Morning, everybody. Welcome to Little Tahunga. This should be a lot of fun. I don't know why I'm so excited to drive this car, but I genuinely am. This is Tom, and thank you for coming down, sir.
Thank you.
With your Yaris race car. Tell me about this thing.
Well, it's a daily driver that has a lot of miles, as you can see.
191K.
And started autocrossing it in 2013, and the mod bug bit me, and now it's got a Corolla 1.8 liter in it.
Engine swap, okay. So how much power does that make?
It's rated for 130,
Uh-huh.
but I think it puts down maybe 120 at the wheels.
Okay.
But this one has the RPM long tube header on it.
All right.
And a full exhaust.
Okay. And I guess you have a lot of suspension and stuff on here as well.
Right.
It's an auto, so you recommended leave it in 2.
Correct.
Because 2 should be good for basically this whole road.
That's right.
All right, well, let's see what she's got. I look forward to this. All right. So I guess you have probably full suspension, right?
Correct.
What do you have for suspension?
I have a set of 4K springs all around with Tokiko HP dampeners.
Okay.
White line bushings with subframe centering.
Wow, your brakes are really good.
Yeah, those are the StopTech slotted rotors with the WinMax W4, I guess, track pad.
Wow, the brake feel is really good. And your steering is really good, too. Granted, I just got out of a 67 Fairlane, so we would have to take that one. Wow, your brakes are so good. What does this thing weigh?
2360.
Wow, so light.
Yeah, just had it on the scales 2 weekends ago at the National Tour.
Okay, no joke, Tom, this thing drives sweet. It's firm, obviously. I can feel a lot of what's going on in the road right through my fingertips. And as you said before, you normally run a racing seat, but I'm too fat. You didn't put it that way. I'm putting it that way.
Yeah, it's sized for me. It's a medium Sprint 5, so
I appreciate it. Dude, this car is sweet. Wow, second gear is really geared for like 70 miles an hour, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's
like
great.
The perfect autocross gear range.
So does this thing just kill at autocross?
It does when it's up against like modified cars on street tires. But when the guys with Hoosier show up, I really have to work.
What kind of tires do you run?
The same tires that are on it right now, the hand-cooked RS3s.
Oh, those are good, yeah.
225, 45, 15 on a 15 by 8 wheel.
225 square?
Yes.
That's a lot of rubber for a Yaris.
I like to go fast.
No kidding.
Or try to, at least.
No, dude, this car is awesome. Wait, third gear. Going for third. Dude, this thing is great. It's predictable. 1-lane road ahead. I didn't go this far before. Is that sign legit?
It didn't come this way either, but
right,
we will find out.
We're going to find out. So there's zero understeer. It's just, it sticks. And I could have a lot of fun in this car. Not even kidding. Let's just make sure the road is clear and not, nope. Okay, pause video. We will be back in a sec. Oh, never mind. We'll just continue through this here construction zone. Thank you, sir. Wow. I thought this would be cool, honestly. And then I saw you drive it yourself, and I was like, okay, that sounds and looks pretty cool. I love that you have a gauge pod where the normal gauges would be in a regular car. The central gauges just don't do it for me.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It is very weird. All right, now we're gonna head up this hill. I like how firm it is, but that there's no rub no matter how hard you load it up.
Well, if you've taken a look at the rear fenders, there has been some significant hammer massaging back there.
There was rub for a while, and now there's no rub.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll take it. So you just leave it in second for autocross all the time, huh?
There have been some courses where I've gotten into third, but they try to keep your speeds in the autocross course down below 80, so.
Dude, look at this. You just huck the wheel over. That's great. Come on!
It'll get there eventually.
What year Corolla did your engine come out of?
2013.
Oh, so that's a VVTi engine?
It is. It's a dual VVTi engine.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got lucky that when mine went out at 184K, some old lady had crashed her brand new car. So,
Yo, this thing rips. I love this car, Tom. This thing is great. Oh, you could be a menace to some 911s up here in this thing. Look at this. No understeer at all. It's brilliant. It really loves to change direction. It just doesn't weigh anything.
and for the class that it's in now, it's still a bit heavy.
Really?
For NA on a 1.8 liter, I should be down around 2,000 pounds.
So are you up against like CRXs and stuff like that?
CRXs with engine swaps,
Yeah.
turbo, pretty much in street modified class, you're up against everything that can be done to a car.
Well, I've seen some crazy CRXs. You know that guy Andy Hollis?
Yes.
Andy Hollis finished top 10 in one lap with a CRX. It was crazy fast, and that guy can wheel.
Yeah.
This thing is great, dude. It goes back and forth like incredibly well. This is a really good section here with some on camber. It's awesome. Come on. So uphill, not exactly its forte.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, it's still a work in progress.
No, dude, I'm not shitting on it. It's great. It's, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It is what it is, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's great fun.
It does.
But other than some exhaust modifications with your headers and stuff like that, is the rest of the motor is stock?
Correct.
That's great. Whoa, sorry about that. I don't know what that was. Go back to 2. Now let's see what it does on the reverse run. Your brakes really they don't fade. I mean, that's a pretty powerful brake system to deal with not much weight.
It is, and I gotta really hand it to the guys over at WinMax. They don't mess around. When they recommend you use a trackpad, there's pretty much no compromise there.
Yeah. What's that shop? WinMax?
It's a company called WinMax. It's like a affiliate of Cusco.
Oh, okay. Yo, this thing is fun. I'd love to go autocrossing in this thing. I bet it's great.
Well, I invited you.
I know.
Remember?
I know, but this is good too.
Yeah.
This is good too.
You can get a good feel for the car out here.
Oh, for sure. There's really a ton of grip. And a 225 on this is a lot of tire. What did it come with, like 195s or 205s?
Because this was a TRD edition, it came with 18-inch wheels and 2 15s.
Really?
But,
Oh.
with the stock 1.5 liter, it can barely turn those.
Yeah.
So I went to the RPF 1s and a 15x7 on a 205 Dunlop Z2. And when I did the engine swap and I was allowed more wheel, I went up to the 15x8s and the 225s.
This is really fun, man. I'm having a really good time in this car. This is one of those cars that could really help you become a good driver.
It is. It's very forgiving.
Yeah.
And, God forbid you slide off a course like I've done, it's not terribly expensive to fix it.
Yeah. Wow. It's so fun. It's so fun.
So my plan is,
Yeah.
at the end of this year, we're going to get a new car, and this one will become just strictly autocross and track.
And then you can go super crazy with it, right?
right.
Then you go roll cage and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
And I already have the manual transmission, like I told you, sitting aside.
Yeah.
So
Is this a 4-speed auto or a
It
5-speed?
is.
So
It's
yeah.
4.
So excuse me. With the manual, are you gonna get closer ratios as well, or do you just get an overdrive really?
I believe third gear is a closer
Okay.
ratio. Instead of my third gear going to 110, I believe the manual goes to 85.
Is third gear is that the top speed of this car? 110 probably?
No, I've had it at 118 on the other engine
118
on Thunder Hill, and I haven't tried with the new 1.8 liter.
Screaming in the Yaris at 118 at Thunder Hill, huh? 3 mile course?
Correct.
What were you running there?
With the other engine on 205 50 Z2s, I did a 225.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all at Thunder Hill. That's good. You must be a good driver. That's great.
Oh, I have a good community of autocrossers and just racing friends that, you know, give me pointers, drive the car.
And watching you in the drive-by shots earlier, it was clear that you know your car. You know what I mean?
It's a very hold your foot down and steer car.
When you're running autocross, do you mostly like go flat and left foot brake your way through corners? Yeah,
exactly.
I figured. So I'm a bit amateur right now. I'm only driving with one foot.
So in the drive-by shot, I went that whole section without using any brakes.
Yeah, I bet. Well, because this is not my car, I'm not going to do that, but it's great, man. It's so fun. These cars, I mean, this kind of car proves that you can make a fun car out of almost anything.
Exactly.
You know, there's not... Most people don't look at a Yaris and go, I see potential there. You know? But you didn't actively... You worked with what you had, right? That was pretty much it. It wasn't, I'm going to go get a Yaris and autocross it. It was, I've got a Yaris and I want to autocross it.
I want to see what this can do.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
A lot of full throttle happening uphill. But it revs really nicely. It makes a pretty cool sound. You really don't have to lift in a lot of these corners.
And that's another thing it'll teach you is how to overcome your fear and keep your foot planted.
Yeah. Well, when you see the guys that are really, really good at autocross, it's pretty amazing to watch.
It is.
You know, when the top 5 guys in the class are within 0.03 of a second of each other or something, it's really, really amazing stuff.
And when you ride with those guys like I did 2 weekends ago, I pooed myself a little. It was quite the experience.
Whee!
Don't laugh.
Oh man! And look, the brakes are still, like, the pedal's still just right there. You must have to just, I mean, if you do a 30-minute track session at Thunder Hill, you still got plenty of brake left, right?
No problem.
That's fantastic. Dude, this car is awesome. Don't let anyone tell you a Yaris isn't cool, because this Yaris is cool. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it, and I wish you the best of luck with your manual swap and your future racing career in this thing. Damn. Oh, there's my phone. No, it was really good fun. Thanks for coming all the way out, and safe trip home, and drive. This is a good car. You've done well here. Really nicely sorted.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you for watching. And if you're like, why is he filming a Yaris? It's because Tom offered. Offer me your car. Send your submissions to our Facebook page, The Smoking Tire, Twitter, send me a wheel well link, or even just email matt@thesmokingtire.com. I want to drive your weird car. If you turn something odd into a race car, bring it out. Let's see it. Thanks for watching. See you later.